What's going on, Sports Game Vision world? You are now tuned into the sounds of the No Face Sports Show here at Sports Game Vision. I am your host, Hank, here to talk a little sports for your favorite fan caster here at Sports Game Vision here on social media, YouTube, and everything else alike. Hope you're having a great day, great week, and also the weekend coming up. I hope you stay safe out there. Obviously, there's going to be more intense weather going on. So be safe out there. And of course, there's more sports going on. And we're just here to talk a little bit about it. Again, me being a fan caster here, want to break it on down. Before we get started, let's just give ourselves a little bit of an applause. You know what I'm saying? Hank is in the building. So we're going to talk it up and chalk it up and just talk about these topics here as you see past, present, future. And we've got Bill Belichick, which is essentially the past, the present, which will be soon the past, AJ Styles, and the future, Cooper Flagg. So we're going to start off with our guy, Bill Belichick. That's been the talk of the town currently, what's going on this past week. And we saw that he did not get the votes needed to become a first ballot Hall of Famer. And his stats are ridiculous. All the wins he's had. He's been to a lot of Super Bowls as an assistant and as a head coach. He's put together great teams year after year, and now he was definitely not given the due and the respect that he deserves and being a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now he will be a Hall of Famer pretty soon. I'm sure by next year he'll probably get in. I don't see why they wouldn't put him in next year. But this seems like there was definitely politics involved this time around. A person that has more championships than anybody, a whole bunch of playoff wins. He's was second all time in career winning as far as a head coach, and then to not get in. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, then who is? And that's the problem. What is it? He needed 40 out of 50 votes to get in. He did not receive it. And it was a great picture of him holding all those Super Bowl rings. He's got what, 8 total overall, the 2 with the Giants and then the 6 with the Patriots. Now, they are saying the biggest reason he didn't get in was because of the cheating scandals. And the cheating scandals was Spygate and Deflategate. Now, the Spygate, we knew about the cameras and them, get going after people's signals and plays. And of course, Deflategate was deflating some of the football so they wouldn't have the proper grip for on the other team, gives the Patriots an advantage. My thing with this is, it's not as if he got caught. They got caught. Brady got in trouble. Belichick got fined. The team lost some picks, things of that nature. The problem with it is that they went back to the Super Bowl after that, even after Spygate and even after Deflategate. They've won championships after that. They showed they can win even without the cheating, so to speak. And just being sensible to think that he and his team and his organization is the only one that was cheating, I think is crazy. If you look at the baseball scandal with steroids, all those players in the majors and the minors that got caught, how about the players that didn't get caught? Not to mention other sports. We know about the cycling scandal, Armstrong. We know about there's been plenty of players that got busted in boxing and MMA and football as well. Basketball, I'm sure. All those sports have probably used it and have done things that just didn't get caught. That's the same thing with this situation. They got caught, they got busted, but I guarantee you other teams were doing it, something similar. They were doing some type of cheating. Even with, we talk about college basketball and football itself, all those teams that were paying players, they never got caught. Of course, we've seen a bunch of players just recently get busted for point shaving, so to speak. That's been going on forever. It's always been some type of cheating to put him out of the first ballot Hall of Famer, which he deserves. I think it's a little bit crazy, especially with all the accolades that he has done and showing that he's a great coach and he's had great teams, he's made great decisions to put this organization at the forefront, because growing up, the New England Patriots were not a good franchise. They had some hits every once in a while. They'd have a good season, but overall they were a terrible franchise. Same thing with the Tampa Bay Bucks. So to see them ascend into this greatness has been awesome. And also, I just feel like they should put him in. Now, what can be done to correct it is to, as they said, they're investigating to see if there was some impropriety or not following the rules. But they should just put him in anyway. They should have some type of committee vote to put him in because his resume speaks for himself. It's going to be tough to put other people in, and he didn't get in. We know there were other coaches that did not get in. Tom Landry, Vince Lombardi, Joe Gibbs, Bill Walsh, Jimmy Johnson, who has spoke up for him recently, and Bill Parcells, which was his coach, who he coached under as an assistant for those Giants teams. They didn't get in right away, but Jimmy Johnson even admitted everybody did some type of cheating or they tried to. So, um, for him to get put out, not brought into this class is, not the right thing to do. And hopefully they can correct it. And if they don't pretty much correct it this time, they definitely have to find ways to change the bylaws and to get people out that might be playing politics to people that are definitely deserving to get in. You may not like the person, but if their resume speaks for what it is, they deserve to be in that class and get the honor that they deserve. But let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Definitely, Bill Belichick wasn't my favorite coach, but I definitely understand and see the greatness that he provided. Shoot, my teams and my team hometown, I wouldn't be mad at him if he was with the Lions all those years. I'm pretty sure we got a couple championships. So any other franchise I feel would feel the same way. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe on this, and join the conversation. Be a fan. I'm a fan caster, and you a fanatic or fan just like me. Just go ahead and tell me what you think. But we will jump a little bit further ahead here and talk about our guy AJ Styles. But before we go, we gotta definitely hate on the committee and the people, whether it's his former owner or Polian that did. Let's get them boot him out the building. Let's boot him. Keep on booing them. Boot him again. All right, guys. Let's move forward here. Ooh, yeah, boo it again. Let's move forward here. We're going to talk about our guy, AJ Styles, career on the line, Royal Rumble. That's going to be, in Saudi tomorrow. It's going to be early for us Americans, somewhere around 2:00 in the afternoon. But his career's on the line. And we knew as far as last year that AJ was saying that he was going to call it a wrap pretty soon. I didn't think it was going to be this quick. And, throughout the year last year, while John Cena was going through his farewell tour, AJ Styles more than likely was doing the same thing quietly. Now, it would be very tough to put both of them on at the same time because, John Cena is a WWE legend. Of course, AJ is too, but of course we know John Cena is a little different because he was there his whole career, and he was the Hulk Hogan, who else? Pretty much Hulk Hogan of the generation that he represented, that superstar baby face, carried the company down, brought him into new pastures, was always dependable. And for AJ Styles to go against that in last year would have been very tough. So this year was a perfect year to pretty much go out. And don't forget, Goldberg also retired last year. Forgot about that. So just a whole bunch of retirements in WWE. He has, you would think, have something to himself, so to speak, or at least a big portion of the attention and the sponsorship or the promotion. But it seems as if this tomorrow might be his last match in WWE. Career on the line. His contract is coming up to be done with WWE. I believe it's end of this month, into February, somewhere soon, before WrestleMania season. And if you listen very closely to AJ Styles on his monologue promo, I believe it was on Raw, he said that he had more locker rooms that he would like to visit. And I thought that was a very interesting comment when he said that. He said he wanted to be champion again. Of course, he ended up facing CM Punk later on that night in a very good match. You didn't watch it, go watch it. But to say other locker rooms, that definitely kind of say, hey, I'm about to get out of WWE for a little bit. And there's other promotions. Obviously, he worked in New Japan, TNA, and we do have that other company across the street, theoretically, AEW, where some of his friends are there already. You know, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, then a whole bunch of other talent that I'm sure maybe AJ Styles would like to wrestle one last time before his career's over with. You know, you even got Adam Copeland over there, Edge. You've got, Ricochet. You've got Kyle Fletcher and a whole bunch of other cast of people that he could face. And I'm sure a lot of people that I'm not even thinking off the top of my head, but would have good matches against before his career's over with. Plus, it's the pipeline to New Japan, where he can go over there, maybe do some things in New Japan and say a farewell. He can't stay in WWE and do that. So letting his contract lapse and going other places that WWE may not have a good relationship with or having feuds with would be big for AJ Styles. And I'm sure WWE understands he had a career, a Hall of Fame career outside of WWE. He's run here 10 years, Hall of Fame worthy, right? In WWE, but he came in Hall of Famer already, winning championships in other companies, having great factions, putting on great matches, Hall of Fame classic matches, 5-star matches. He was a star before he got there. That's why he got that big pop when he came to Royal Rumble in 2016, because everybody knew who he was and how great he was, the phenomenal one. And if you didn't know, he did trademark some. He's trying to trademark a couple of his tags, his name, ring name, the phenomenal AJ Styles, and the P1 logo. So that's letting you know, A, he's going to use it for, appearances and things of that nature, but also trying to go out there and have some other matches beyond WWE. Now, TNA is a big place for him. He helped build that company, the face that he built, face that runs the place, but he's also the face that run that place and built that place. In TNA, he can go over there, have some great matches. I think giving him a world championship there would be very important for the company again, and also strategic as he could have some matches with some of the talent that's on there, including Leon Slater, who maybe he could drop the belt to before Leon decides to come to WWE himself, because they said that's the plan. When his contract runs out, AJ could drop that belt to him, give him the rub, so to speak, for the new generation before he's on his way out. So it's a lot of things that can happen. And hopefully he's not going to retire after tomorrow. If he loses, he could also come back to WWE, sign a new contract, and just finish his career there. We don't know the total intentions. He can come back to WWE after he does his run outside the company and retire again to do some backstage stuff. Who knows? But there's a lot of possibility. Obviously, I'm a big fan of AJ Styles. I'm a big fan of AJ Styles, and I do want to see him have a good send-off for the year. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments section about AJ Styles and what he's going to do for his final run here for his career. Do you think he's going to win tomorrow? Or do you think he's going to lose and then go on out and do his final run for the year? But as we get ready to wrap this up, we got one more topic. If you didn't see the picture, we're going to talk about this young man here, the future. We talked about the past. We talked about the present. Now we're talking about the future. A young man that came in, and he didn't really, get a lot of flack, but it was controversial because of what happened with Luka Doncic being traded. And I want to say he got a tough go, but to follow up a guy that's a very, very popular player, it's going to be probably all-time great. He's already put up great stats in his career already. And they went to the finals with that man. He had to come in and take over the show, so to speak, because the fans were upset. He's giving them something to be happy about. Now, they're not first in the league first in the conference. They're 12th, and they're right outside of the play-in tournament, but they are they can possibly do it, and they have not had all of their players this year. Anthony Davis has been out. Derek Lively, Kyrie Irving, Dante Exum, Daniel Gafford. There's been a slew of injuries that have really hurt this team. And if they had him at full status, they would probably be in the playoffs right now. Now, would it hurt his development? Possibly so. But right now, he's got the advantage to go out there, get the ball in his hands. He's showing his repertoire. Last night, he scored 49 points, and I believe he broke the Dallas Mavericks record on the night that they retired Mark Aguirre, who had the record. They shared the record because Cooper Flagg also scored 40 some points earlier this year, in the season rather, and tied the record with Mark Aguirre. Now he broke it. Mark Aguirre number was retired. It was a great send off to see this young man go out there and show the face that's going to be the future for the organization. And he tried to win it for that team. They came up short against his former teammate, who's also having a great season, his former teammate in college in Duke. But Dallas has a lot to be happy about, to look forward to. Yes, you lost Luka, but you got this young man. He looks really good. They put him, playing him in the right way now, and his numbers are definitely looking great for a rookie. He's shooting just under 30 for the three, 40 over 45 for the field goal, 80% from the free throw line, and averaging almost 20 points a game. Defensively, he's got a block, I believe, or close to a block a game, a steal a game, and he's able to, pass well. Obviously, he handles the ball. He's averaging over 4 to almost 5 assists a game. So Dallas, hold your heads high. If they put the team back together the way that it should be, they have a great shot at doing something next year, even this season. If Anthony Davis comes back, as you see, they played better when he came back, and there's a chance Kyrie can come back this season, and they can make a playoff push, play-in push. But next year, hey, everything's going to looking real great for a season next year. They bring everybody back and nobody gets traded, and just have a nice run and see what actually could happen with everybody fully healthy and engaged and running a game plan to go after a title and go after a push. But definitely the future of that team, hope maybe the future of the league as well. I do like his game. I liked him in Duke. He's sky's the limit for him, and he's already shown you that he wants to be the best that he can be and the best in the league if he can. So again, Dallas, you got you one here. Don't be upset. I know that it's upsetting that Luka's over at the other purple and gold, but hey, this guy comes back next year, has a solid, sophomore season, and from what I see through his work ethic, he's going to put in the work to get better, because teams are definitely going to game plan to really, halter his growth. But if he puts in the work even more this summer, they're not going to be able to do anything, especially with the talent that's going to come back to the roster. But let me know what you think about this gentleman. I do think he's going to be one of the futures of the league, especially for the American players, and he's definitely going to do something with Dallas. But that's all I got for you guys today. Sports Game Vision, the No Face Sports Show. You are now tuning to the sounds. We wrapping it up. Yes. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We will be back. Be safe out there. Enjoy the weekend, and we got more and more sports to talk about, including the boxing match is going to be this weekend as well, Royal Rumble, and of course, more basketball and things of that nature. Have a good one. Sports Game. You know the vision. Peace.